Hello, Schmooze News and Reviews. Very quickly. Um, why we fight. Arizu Badri. And if I am slaughtering that name, I apologize. The morality police in Iran tried to slaughter her because of some arcane hijab violation. She is now paralyzed. Beautiful woman. It's the same kind of lunacy that caused over 1,200 people to be killed. And the people who weren't on October 7th wish they were dead. Men, women, children raped, babies beheaded, babies thrown in a microwave, whole families, children raped in front of their mothers raped in front of their children, and then killed, limbs chopped off by a bunch of people who were hyped up on methamphetamine. The world won't acknowledge this. And you 100,000 useful idiots, most of you whom are useful idiots, 2 to 3%, which are usually the people that make things happen, the professional rabble rousers. They're going to be hitting the streets of Chicago. And I post the reports on my Facebook and on my Telegram channel that I subscribe to. Forgive the quality of these videos. I have a personal friend, girlfriend, who is a social influencer who will be helping me make these more professional. And when I've got access to my computer again, I live in a place where, frankly, I wouldn't have my computer for security purposes. I'll be able to do that. I'll be moving into a nice neighborhood. But off of the personal things and apologizing for the technical quality of these videos, you people in Chicago who've torn up Berkeley, who've torn up Columbia, and are about to, on the 19th, tear up the city of Chicago in 2 different locations, by the way. Down at the United Center, if I remember correctly, and forgive me, I haven't lived in the city of Chicago since 2015. It escapes me. I think it's the Rosemont Horizon. It's 4 miles outside of the city on the L line. The Chicago police are stretched thin. They cannot even, on a normal time, control the gangbangers around the United Center. Now, I don't care how many fences they throw up. From what I am seeing from the reports, and this is all official stuff on official media, on on Channel 7 from Chicago, the ABC affiliate, and from other affiliates in Chicago. They're looking at 100,000 demonstrators. And I am hearing that they are actually, and the police are not going to tell you this, but the more conservative media, they're talking about these people are going to be better prepared than they were in Columbia and in other places. They're going to have gas masks. They're going to have zip ties. What the hell they're planning on doing with the zip ties? That's a good question. I would have a really good suspicion that they're going to be aiming at the Jewish population. Now, let me just go back in time, just a little bit. When your grandparents were alive, if any of you served during the Second World War or lived during that time, things were not so friendly with America. Father Coughlin, the German-American Bund, the Silver Shirts. You had people beating up Jews on the streets of Philadelphia and New York. God, Back to the Future. And now you've got this guy, Walls, who, they've dug up out of the memory hole where he's praising an imam up in Minnesota who loves Hitler. This is just like Haj Amin al-Husseini during World War II, who spent out most of his time in Berlin. as an honored guest of Adolf Hitler. So you people on the streets of Chicago are on the wrong side of history. And Mrs. Badri is just another victim of this lunacy, this Islamofascism that is now the enemy of civilized society. It is that simple, okay? In the Near East, we see things much more clearly. No, I don't like Bibi Netanyahu that much. That son of a bitch is my son of a bitch. And we don't like the Saudis. But during World War II, we had to make a deal with Joe Stalin. Churchill, when Russia was invaded by the Nazis at Barbarossa, he said on the floor of the parliament, if Hitler invaded hell, I'd have to say a few kind words for him on the floor of parliament. And for those people who will acknowledge that they are our allies, for those who will not acknowledge that they are our allies, it's fine. All you have to do is look at this guy, Walls, and realize that he's another Chamberlain, and that he and Harris will sell out your birthright for that fabled porridge. You know, just like Esau in the Bible sold his birthright for a bowl of porridge, because all they're looking at is tomorrow. They can live in a bunker. You can't. You can't. And for all you people in the city of Chicago, you know, they're talking about people, they're going to hunker down. They're going to work remote, all of this. Okay, so whatever. That's just my schmooze on that. So have a nice day. Bye.